Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam Shelley. They call me the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. No delay. Let's do this. All right, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of all that stress, the worry, the anxiety, anything that's stealing your joy, your happiness, your contentment. It's all the head trash. So I talk about getting rid of that. So please subscribe, like this channel. I do these videos every day. I try to do different topics, different ideas. So I'm always looking for suggestions. If there's something you want me to address that hasn't been addressed before, let me know. Or maybe I can present it a different way. So today I want to talk about the only thing between you and success is this mental garbage, this head trash. It simply just needs to go. So think of it this way. You know, right next to you is maybe this box with $1 million in it. Your cure, whatever you wish, is right next to you in this box. You can see it, you can almost touch it, but you have no idea how to unlock that box, if you will. It's like a mystery. You can't figure it out. You can't logic it out. Nothing opens it up. But guess what? You have the answer to open that box. You don't need to be looking outside yourself, watching videos, reading books, whatever that is. That's seeking outside yourself. All that you want is within you. We simply need to listen and go by a step-by-step journey. The mind filled with head trash wants these instant results, instant solutions. It wants quick. But spirit just simply knows, here's the next step. And here's the next step. And the next step. So it requires patience. Patience to really allow the universe to unfold. Then your reward is there at the end. But you don't want to focus ultimately on the reward, getting the reward. You want to focus on the steps to get there. So you can focus on the reward all you want, but it's not going to just come to be. You need to focus on the steps to get that reward. As the Bhagavad Gita would say, focus on the task, the labor, not the fruits of your labor. And the labor can be very simple steps. It's like moving that mountain one pebble at a time. So realize the only thing between you and success is that mental garbage. And it needs to be thrown out as quickly as possible. Because your money's there, your cure, your relationships, everything you can possibly think of, vacation, home, is right next to you in this magical box that's locked that the mind can't figure out. Well, the spirit doesn't need to figure anything out. You set your intention. I want my $1 million. I want my vacation. I want my house. I want my cure. I want my health back. And we just set those intentions and we just send it into the universe. Then we don't worry about those steps. We allow the universe to figure it out. But then we have to take inspired action. So wisdom will come when the mind is quiet. Wisdom will arise out of the silence to go do this, to do that, to do this, to do that. And just these simple steps. And they might not come very quickly. You might get one step, then a week later another step, or a month, because there's no time and space to the universe. Everything unfolds in a perfect time, that there are no mistakes. So how do you get rid of this head trash, these burdens, this nonsense up here? It's about being here in this moment. This is where all your power is. Anytime you're in the story, the thoughts, the opinions, the beliefs, you're in a disempowered state. You're in the world of fantasy that the mind will just constantly guess in this place, or won't even guess. It'll be complacent and happy with the status quo because the mind really resists change. So to get out of that status quo is to take that time to say, okay, I'm in thinking mode, or I'm here right now. Thinking or here. Beliefs are here. Opinions are here. Labels are here. Identity are here. The head trash comes in 1,001 different flavors. And some of it is very subtle, but yet they're all equally damaging, preventing you from that success, preventing you from having it all. Because all that mind knows is limitations, restrictions, rules, requirements. But spirit doesn't know any of that. Spirit is the miracle maker. It doesn't follow the natural laws of physics, of science, because all things are possible in this deeper place. If you don't believe this, Google those who reversed multiple sclerosis. Google those who reversed bipolar. Google those who healed cancer naturally. You'll see amazing stories out there from humans and the things they have accomplished, because we're all one perfect spirit. We are the one consciousness, that it's all possible if we're willing to do the practice to get rid of this nonsense that's stopping us from having it all. It's really that simple, to find your practice your way. I simply suggest to notice when the mind's thinking, come back to feet, notice where your hands are, what you're listening to. You just want to just be the awareness. That is the real you. But we get so wrapped up in our identity, our personality, that we forget that we are perfect spirit. We were born as perfect spirit. Then we start adding on all this head trash, all this identity and personality. We just start adding it to it. And this doesn't serve us. We need to strip that away. And I like to see it as a word like a bell, perfect and pure when we come into this earth. Then slowly people start putting tape on our bell, dampening our vibration. First it's our name. Okay, we'll put a little piece of tape there, because your name has all sorts of stories attached to it. So that's the first piece of tape, is your name. Then maybe it's your sex. Maybe it's like male, female. Well, there's all sorts of restrictions and stories. If you're a female, you're this or this kind of behavior. If you're a male, you're this and this kind of behavior. So that's another piece of tape that goes on there. The next may be your age, or maybe some other little things and judgments and criticism that start adding more tape to your bell. So the time you're like 10, 12 years old, you have all this tape on your bell, and it just keeps building and building even quicker, it seems like, as you go through your teen years and your 20s, when life is just changing very quickly, and you start getting this mound of tape on your bell. So eventually it just turns to this thud. Every time you hit your bell, it's just like thud, thud. It's like so full of restrictions, but you can pull off that bell. Then when you hit that bell once again, bing, you're going to this pure, perfect tone, because you pulled off all that tape off your bell. But it's a step by step. Oh, let me pull off that piece of tape, and that piece of tape, and this piece of tape. But then there's a quickening that happens, where you start pulling off the tape quicker and quicker and quicker. So eventually, every day, you're doing this daily mental shower and just removing the tape of the day. That story doesn't serve me. That belief doesn't serve me. That news I heard today doesn't serve me. Let's pull that off. Those opinions don't serve me. Let me pull that off. And that's the way to think of it, that head trash is just adding tape to your perfection. And we need to strip that away, because you came in perfect right here, right now. You came in perfect. You need to have a disability. It was perfect for your soul's lesson. We can't understand that. The mind can't logic it out. Why would somebody come to the earth plane with a disability, a restriction? Because there are no mistakes. The soul came in to learn from that experience, and maybe to teach others. Maybe if you're not able to communicate, maybe you came in to teach others unconditional love, compassion. Because there's no mistakes. Everything's happening for reasons that we cannot explain, that nothing happens to us. Everything happens for us, for our growth, for our benefit, for the collective benefit of one perfect spirit. All right, that's my talk for today. So take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.